Hi, this is Dr. Lou, and today we're making a chocolate stout beef stew. So here's what we've got for ingredients. We've got a beef up there in the left-hand corner, pepper and salt, Trader Joe's proprietary chocolate stout. There's some olive oil. Organic beef broth is on the top there at the very right. Underneath that are some organic potatoes, multicolored potatoes, carrots next to that, garlic, onion, and then we have rosemary and thyme. And here are all those ingredients chopped up into cubes or decent sized chunks. We've got a stew pot on the stove at medium heat. We've added some olive oil, and then we're going to throw in the onions. Let those simmer for just a little bit. They don't need to be in there too long, but it's going to add some flavor to the oil, and then we're going to add the beef shortly hereafter. Now we're going to add some garlic, and then we're going to add the meat. A slightly fattier beef of your choice is going to make for a better stew. It will be more tender and more melt in your mouth like if there's a bit more fat in the meat. I add some pepper and now some salt, and then we're going to throw that beef right in. Give the meat a little stir and get ready to add the liquid. There's a little bit more garlic. We'll throw that in for added flavor, and here comes the beef broth. We're going to dump that in, and then after we're done adding that, we are going to add the beer. This is a stew with a fairly flavorful but light texture sauce. It's not like a gravy. It's not a thick stew. It's very, very light. And my preference is to serve it with a wide egg noodle beneath the stew. For whatever reasons, the texture of the noodle to the meat and the light sauce is just really, really divine. So for enough stew to feed 4 to 6 people and then have some leftovers after that, I used 2 cans of beer and an entire box of the Trader Joe's organic beef broth. So there's a fair amount of sauce in here. I'm adding a little bit more water just to lighten it up. And we're going to let that boil. Bring it to a boil and then let it boil. We want to cook that meat until it's tender. But before it becomes really tender, we're going to add the vegetables. So here go the carrots. And here come the potatoes, and you'll notice that we have cut everything into pretty similar shapes and sizes so that they cook evenly. We're going to bring that to a boil and let it cook the rest of the way. Added a little bit more rosemary and thyme there. It's a pretty brisk boil right there. Let it cook until everything is tender and until it looks like that. We serve it on a bowl of wide egg noodles, and here you see it served with a gougere, which is a French cheese puff. I have a recipe for it on this channel. A little bit of Parmesan cheese, and hallelujah.